Hi, I'm going to walk you through setting up artwork inventory for individual artists, and this is going from the very beginning. When you first download and unzip artwork inventory, you'll be presented with a folder called artwork inventory RT. When you open that, you're presented with a big long list of files. Most of those you can ignore. If you're on a Mac, the one you're looking for is artwork inventory RT. If you're on a PC, those will be grayed out, but this will actually be a folder, and you're looking for artwork inventory RT.exe. I'd actually recommend making an alias to those, so you can go to make an alias and then put that someplace useful for yourself so you can get to it at another point. I'm going to go ahead and close that window, and I'll go ahead and double click on that and we'll get started. The very first time you log in, you're asked to present a username and artist. The account name by default is artist, and the username by default is also artist, and you can change that after you're done. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that. And the first time you run the program, you're asked to verify that you're okay with the fact that you must protect your data, so go ahead and read that and agree. And what you come to is the initial artist information screen, and what we want to do here is start adding our information. So I'm going to go ahead and use myself as an example. I built this out of my own needs, so hopefully it will apply to you. My name is Ben, and last name is Cressy. And I'm going to go ahead and put my email address in here as info@artworkinventory. And for the moment, I'm just going to leave this information as is. What you're going to want to choose is an artwork code that relates to you. This shows up on each artwork for your internal record keeping. And when you send a consignment form to a gallery, it might reflect you. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose the first couple letters of my name and say BENC, something like that. And it'll be BENC-100-101, 102, 103 for each artwork. Once that's done, I'm happy with that, and I can always come back and change the artist address. You want to keep the artist name and artwork code pretty much the same from the beginning. If you change those, if you change the artist name, you're going to have to contact me and we'll reissue you a license number. Going through the setup screen, we've got a value list settings, and these are drop-down menus from the inventory screen and from the mailing list. These are items that you'll be commonly entering, so it'll save you some typing time, and these are defaults. You don't have to use them. We can delete them as we want. I'm not a sculptor, so I can delete cast bronze. Occasionally I might do some printmaking, so I can leave those in there. I have acrylic on canvas, oil on canvas, mixed media on paper. Maybe I might say I have some conceptual, if I can pronounce that, conceptual photography. We can just add that to the list, and this list will be sorted alphabetically. Next up is a location of where things are. I've got things in studio. I might have them in my storage space. My storage space might be broken up into various locations. You can edit this as you might wish, whether it's on loan to a gallery or if it's at a buyer's house. If the status is about sold or it's available, it's not for sale, maybe it's got some particular thing that you wanted to say about it, that it's what its status is. Style is about looking up particular bodies of work or particular groupings of work. It's a way to search for things. So these are the defaults that I've created. I have some still lifes, some landscapes, abstract figure, interior, and let's just write, I have some things that are completely different. I'm going to call those one-offs. So we'll just go ahead and add those to this list. And you can customize this list as much as you like. Say, oh, I don't really need figures, so let's go ahead and cross that out. And we'll just delete that out. The mailing list categories, this will show up on the mailing list, and these are checkboxes for you to use to group people. And you can group people by more than one checkbox, and we'll be going through that in the setting up of contacts. For the moment, I'll leave those the same. We have general tips, just so you know. This gives you the general idea of how this program works, along with a couple of search examples, some key commands, and how to sort stuff. And again, I'll be going through that, but this is useful if you just want to be able to quickly look it up. This is information about forms and invoices, and how the labeling works and how printing works, and occasional issues that you might come across if you change some settings in the print dialog. Artwork inventory can design and create and maintain the content of a website. The default and testing website is at onrampstudios.com, and I would love it if you played around with this and see how if it works for you. Uh, Email settings. This is something that you will hopefully use a lot. This is for emailing images out, and there are some testing settings built in here, which is through artworkinventory at Gmail. But if you have your own email account, you can enter those here and test it with that. Image settings. Image settings are for your email sized images. Generally the default is 600 by 600 or up to 600 tall by 600 wide. If you have a really tall and skinny image or a really wide and skinny image, as general, you might change these to a slightly larger size. Or if you just want to email people, say 800 pixel tall and maybe 600 wide, however you want to set that up. Also, when you're emailing an image, if the email image that you're creating is the wrong size, you can always regenerate it from the Manage Image Properties tab, and we'll go there later. And that one particular image can be customized. Finally, we have export and backups. I highly recommend that you save a backup copy every so often. If you have accidentally deleted or created a mess of your data and you want to go back to a copy, this is the button you can use to go there, but you have to have saved a backup copy in order to go there. So every so often it's good to just save a backup copy. Show the current file path. This tells you where it is in terms of where the file is actually located. And finally, we have the ability to export your inventory or export your contacts, and usually these will be exported in an Excel or similar sort of file format. So that's about it. You can always get back to the setup screen from the setup button over here. And from here, we're going to go on into inventory. Thanks a lot.